If you take work-life balance, the term work-life balance itself is not something that I truly believe in. I believe that we have one life and work is part of that life. So therefore, we balance life. So in terms of enabling women, I think the right place to start would be from the fact that we need to enable all our talent to perform to their fullest potential. So Sunshine Holdings is a very gender-neutral company. While we do some extra initiatives in terms of women empowerment, we're still looking at the overall aspect of it. So what I mean by that is, when you look at our training initiatives, we train right throughout their career life cycle. As a whole, we teach them how to come out of their shell, whether it be male or female, how they can reach their full potential in terms of their career progression, and not only that, even in life in general. So from physical well-being to mental well-being to etiquette, to all the management skills that they require, all those things we concentrate on. And when it comes to females, I think it's a lot about confidence building as well, in addition to everything that we would do. Enabling workplaces means you've got to feel safe, right, at the end of the day, to be able to work the way you could work and to be able to contribute the way we want them to as well. So I think creating that enabling, safe environment in which they feel that they can work until any time of the day, they know they are taken care of, that has been very important to us. So I think if I answer your question, those are all the initiatives that we have taken to make sure that women do well. But at the same time, we can't forget the fact that we are a part of a big plan, which means we need to take all employees with us so that then the organization as a whole can thrive. So that's what we do. I think when you talk about inclusion and diversity and all of those things, these are elements and these are characteristics, these are also values that we truly believe in. That's why I said we are gender neutral in that sense. So we accept people for what they bring to the table, rather than try to segregate them and separate them based on various categories that we can find. So if you take an enabling work environment, Sunshine Holdings, when it comes to, let's say, compensation and benefits, it is equal. It's an absolute meritocracy. So if you're good at what you do, you get remunerated for what you do, regardless of what gender you are. So that's one aspect of it. Then, like I said, when it comes to promotions, when it comes to recruitment, when it comes to their career progression, recognition, appointment to various committees, teams, all of that, it just depends on how good you are. And I think that's very important, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters, right? What you bring to the table and the value you add to your company. So right from the start, from the process of recruitment, we do competency-based interviews. So therefore, what happens is that it's all on how good you are and how well you are suited to the particular job role. Nothing else really matters. So we try to maintain that throughout, and I think that has helped because if you look at our staff cadre, we are a diverse bunch, and I think that's why we thrive, because everybody's got a different idea, and at the end of the day, the best idea wins. So that's a nice environment to work in. I'd like to break that up in terms of first well-being. So well-being is very important, like I said, for both our male employees as well as the female. So we run a lot of wellness programs for them, awareness programs, all geared towards preparing them. Now, if you take especially the economic challenges that we are having right now, we were one of the first to really talk about these things to the employees, talk about how you can plan yourself, how you can release or ease that stress that you might feel, because there's no way of getting around it. It is tough times right now, and how they would deal with it. So we prepare them for that. So like I said, well-being for us is mental. It is also physical well-being. So we promote that. We promote a lot of awareness, in terms of what are the ailments that are there. We provide a lot of health camps and things like that also, which are freely available to our employees. If you take work-life balance, the term work-life balance itself is not something that I truly believe in. I believe that we have one life and work is part of that life. So therefore we balance life and we don't balance work-life. So in that context, we help people understand that work is an integral part of your life. So are your social commitments, so is your commitment to parents, children, society at large, and we need to learn how to manage our time into all these different areas. So we have time management programs. Our training per se is very good because we have also subscribed to LinkedIn Learning, which is one of the foremost learning platforms online. So employees can sign on to all of this and they can find out how they can set about managing time better. And we have policies around how we'd like to work. So there are leave policies in place. We encourage people to take their co-leave, go enjoy themselves with their families, take time off. And we monitor, attendance in terms of how long are they actually working. And then from an HR perspective, we look at, is there a reason why people might work excessively? So we get involved in the process. So I think when you talk about obstacles, and we all talk about the glass ceiling, as you all know, what I personally feel is we need to figure out, where does this glass ceiling exist? Is it something in our mind, or is it something that absolutely exists? In certain organizations, I hasten to add that it perhaps exists. But talking about my own Sunshine, it does not exist. Like I said, when it comes to females, we do need a little additional support sometimes because of the multiple roles that a female is expected to play. So at that point in time, we do step into support, but in my frank opinion, we are there to inculcate confidence in our female workforce so that the glass ceiling or the barriers are taken away from the mind. I think that's very important to us, rather than, it's easy to speak about something that we think is there. And I ask all females, are we really ready to take on the challenge of the glass ceiling not being there? How confident are we? Are we able to step forward? So those are questions I think we really concentrate on building a policy and processes around that to build confidence in our females. Outside the organization, we do a lot of work through our foundation primarily, which concentrates on education, health and well-being. In terms of education, as you know, we do have plantations as well. So in the areas in which we are present, we make sure that the communities thrive as a whole. It's not just about the organization, but we're in that community and we'd like the community to thrive. So therefore, we assist the schools. We provide school books. We have scholarship programs that we run. So that's a gamut of the stuff that we do in terms of education. When you take health and well-being part of it, we have the Swadivya program, for example. That is, we talk about awareness on diabetes and what a big problem it is for Sri Lanka. And the other aspect of it is clean drinking water. Sunshine, we believe in bringing good things to life. And we all know how much of an important role water, clean drinking water, plays in the lives of human beings. So we are committed to make it better for people who find it difficult to find this good, clean drinking water. And as we all know, especially in the rural areas, it is the woman who would be most affected if this were not easily available. So if you take the whole aspect of having the water plant, I think that's where we step in to really support women to go ahead. There again, talk about our estates, we have things like even female harvester programs. When it comes to harvesting the oil palm, it's a very difficult process, and I'm very happy to see that some women have really come out and said they want to do it as well. And we facilitated this, and we have very successful programs running. We also have programs where we encourage them to go into gardening as well as agriculture, so that they can be self-sufficient in this difficult time that we are facing now.